hours, so we know about like no. Like the 7th and the 9th.
It was Wednesday.
It's for speed.
It was rough.
Yeah, oh, really? Okay, yeah. So is my mom. I was in her office once.
Yeah.
This is not good. I'm about to give her like 9 grades.
No.
Yeah, it's like, I
know, it sucks.
We're coming.
Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Trustee Thorne.
Here.
Trustee Diatley.
Here.
Trustee Hardy.
Here.
Trustee Thomas.
Here.
Trustee McGuire.
Here.
Trustee Bowles.
Here.
There you go. 6 trustees in attendance. We've got a quorum. We've got a meeting. All right. Next item on the agenda is the minutes of February 20th, 2024. We have a motion to so approved.
Second.
Moved by Thorne, seconded by McGuire. Any corrections or additions to the minutes? There being none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The motion so carries and minutes are approved. Okay, next item, the president's report. And we start off the evening with the civility pledge. Ms. Delargio. All in the back row.
That'll teach you.
All right. In the interest of civility, I pledge to promote civility by listening, being respectful of others, acknowledging that we are all striving to support and improve our community, and understanding that we each may have different ideas for achieving that objective.
Thank you. Okay, next item is the village survey. The village survey is been completed to the printer and to be correlated with the outgoing water bill. We've got
Vehicle stickers.
oh, vehicle stickers, that's right, sorry. I know it's something we mail on a regular basis, the vehicle stickers, which will be going out within.
Sharon was told they were supposed to go out on Friday afternoon, but I have not had official confirmation on
Okay,
that.
so they may be in the mail.
They may be in the mail.
Okay, that's good. The return date that we included on the survey was the 1st of March, or 1st of April. March, it is. Oh, boy. It's gonna be a long wait. So April 1st will be the return date on it. I know stickers are not required until the 1st of May, so we may still have some of those straggling in through the month of April, but we will get that all put together, and hopefully by the 1st of May, we'll have the results for the board to look at and start digesting and seeing what we can do.
Does that need to be dropped at the village or sent
It's-
electronic?
No, it's dropped off at the village. They can mail it, they can drop it off at the desk, they can put it in a red box.
And who's gonna look at all the, is that all of us will look at those surveys?
No, we will probably do is have Sharon, and we have a hire a new part-timer 1st of May, have them collate all that.
Okay,
Joe might help if he's got time,
okay.
so we'll go from there. Okay, I believe that is it for the president's report. Move on to the clerk's report.
No report.
Thank you, Jeff. Planning and zoning, Mrs. Detmer.
No report this evening, sir.
Thank you, Barb.
You're welcome.
Attorney's report.
Couple of items on the agenda, Mr. President. First is an ordinance that really corrects some things that came out miscommunicated, I guess, in a previous ordinance regarding the building permit fees to be charged in the village. And this ordinance then would not only modify where it showed up in section 7.113, but also then identify the other particular codes in which a fee schedule needs to be established so that and reviewed from time to time, kept current, so that fees are in accordance with your agreement with the code official and in line with the work and services that are performed. In addition, and there's kind of a recapitulation in section 7, a new 7114 of some items that will be included in the schedule. The schedule will be part of your budget review process coming up. So that, again, so that it's current and at levels that the board has reviewed and approved. If there's any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Ms. Detmer is on with us on screen, and it's really just a matter of putting in place the ability to establish a schedule and modify it annually, if not more often, but at least annually take a look at it and by a vote of the board, adjust any fees as need be.
Okay, we have a motion to approve ordinance number 2024-2.
So moved.
Second, Thomas.
Moved by Harney, seconded by Thomas to approve ordinance 2024-2. Basically doing some housekeeping on the ordinance book that we needed to get straightened away after the last time it was straightened out, supposedly.
Something happened in the codification process that it just didn't come out right.
May I ask a question?
Go ahead, Barb.
On the draft, there was a typographical error that showed chapter 7. It's supposed to be chapter 1. I don't know if that was caught for the, so I haven't seen the final draft. I apologize.
It's in section 1. I'm sorry, I meant to mention that. Thanks for the reminder. It should be Title 7, Section 1.
Chapter 1. Yeah, chapter 1.
Or chapter.
Yep, that's what we got.
That's what we got.
Title 1, building regulations, chapter 1, code
1. Yeah.
chapter 712. So, now that's,
No, it's supposed to just
I'm
be
just
chapter.
continuing on.
I'm sorry.
Section 1 names the title and the chapter.
Correct.
Section 2 goes on in the commit fees.
It should be Title 7, Chapter 1. Is that what you have?
Point 2. I just
Okay.
went on down the road.
Okay.
Okay, any comments, questions on this?
Just so that I'm reading this correctly, aside from the addition of section 7114, the fee schedule, everything else was just putting in with the schedule, and then are these fees are still the same, we just put them in here?
Well, what this is going to let you do is, instead of having an ordinance every time you change any one part of your building fee schedule, your building permit fee schedule, you can do it by motion.
Okay.
And I would encourage you to take a look at it annually in the budget process. Just take a look and see these fees, and Mr. Van has got a large number of additional fees. Just take a look at them every year, see where they stand, see what needs to be done, and include it then in your budget approval process.
Any other questions? We will be talking about this a bit later, so. Okay, roll call, please.
Trustee McGuire.
Aye.
Trustee Bo.
Aye.
Trustee Thorne.
Aye.
Trustee Diatley.
Aye.
Trustee Harney.
Aye.
Trustee Thomas.
Aye.
Affirmative votes, no negative votes, the motion so carries. Thank you all.
All right, secondly, there's a resolution, and it's kind of along the same theme. First of all, there are available from the police department signs regarding temporary no parking. So when I have a party at my house, generally I notify the police department that there may be an overload of cars. We post no parking on one side, and I'll keep all the overflow parking on one side and the other side of the street. There's a little bit of a maintenance cost, use cost with those signs. It's been set at $10 for a bundle of 5, a refund of 50% of that deposit. It's suggested to be raised to $20 for each bundle of 5 and a 50% refund of $10. And then lastly, this resolution will also then allow you to adjust those fees from time to time by a motion and vote without written resolution.
We have a motion to approve resolution 557.
So moved, Diatley.
Second vote.
Moved by Deanne, seconded by Bo to approve resolution 557. Amending the village policy of taking cash deposit for issuance of temporary no parking signs by the village police department. Any comments, questions, or discussion? Basically, what we're saying is it used to be 5 signs for $10. You brought the 5 signs back, you got $5 back. And then Kyle counted up all the damaged and destroyed ones and said, $2 a piece isn't paying for this. So we're going to $4 a buck. So now bundle of 5 will be $20. The return deposit will be $10. Missing signs will be charged at $4 a piece. So, any other comments or questions on this? If not, roll call, please.
Trustee Thomas,
Aye.
trustee Harney,
Aye.
trustee Diatley,
Aye.
trustee Thorne,
Aye.
trustee Bo,
Aye.
trustee McGuire.
No.
5 affirmative votes, 1 negative vote. Motion so carries. Thank you all.
That's all I have,
That's
sir.
it. All right, thank you, Mr. Schuster. Engineer report, Mr. Steele.
In the warrants to see a final pay estimate for the street program, 2023 street program, and for $17,614.21. I'll basically finalize out that project, and then we can start up on the 2024 project.
We have a motion to approve the final page.
I move.
Second.
Moved by Bo, seconded by Thorne to authorize the final payment estimate of $17,614.21 to Schroeder Asphalt for the 2023 road program. This is the amount that we withheld from them last year. Completion of the project was approved and met our standards. And we don't have any other comments, questions, discussion. Roll call, please.
Who had the second on that? I didn't get that.
Bo.
I moved.
Oh,
Thorne
oh,
got second.
Thorne, second, okay. Okay, trustee Harney.
Aye.
Trustee Diatley.
Aye.
Trustee Thomas.
Aye.
Trustee Bo.
Aye.
Trustee Thorne.
Aye.
Trustee McGuire.
Aye.
6 affirmative votes, no negative votes, the motion so carries. Thanks. Anything else, Mr. Steele?
That is it.
That's it? Okay, stay tuned. Once the budget's approved, we'll be on. We'll be ready to rock and roll. Okay, Director of Finance, Mr. Van.
Request a motion for the approval of the accounts payable in the amount of $101,497.51.
So moved.
Second, Thorne.
Moved by Harney, seconded by Thorne to approve the accounts payable of March 4th, 2024 in the amount of $101,497.51. Any additions, deletions, comments, or questions? None there? All right, roll call, please.
Trustee Thorne.
Aye.
Trustee Bo.
Aye.
Trustee McGuire.
Aye.
Trustee Thomas.
Aye.
Trustee Harney.
Aye.
Trustee Diatley.
Aye.
6 affirmative, no negatives, the motion so carries. Thank you all.
The revised parking sign fee that was just handled by Mr. Schuster. Part of the budget process, with Wendy, working remotely in Tucson, it makes it very difficult for us to staff the reception area. So, and there's also a situation on the police side that whenever Becky is gone, it leaves the window open. So we really do have a need for a receptionist that can fill in the morning, both on our side, the administrative side, and then fill in also on the police department side. We don't have a full job description yet, but there is a job description just for receptionists currently in the village, but, you know, things that we would have them do, would be like the paperwork part of the administrative hearings, mailing out stuff like that. We talked about, digitalizing the building files, so that would be scanning all the files, and which is a huge project. And there's enough that we could keep someone going full time. But at this point, the chief says he has someone that he's worked with in the past, that also knows our system. And that would be able to fill in both on the admin side and on the lease side. With this would be a small raise for Sharon, because we don't want to bring the new person in at the same rate or as someone who's been here for several years. So when you vote for the budget, that's one of the items that will be included in that. Also, what we do need is a rate increase for the sewer. When I looked at it, we have been losing money on the sewer system for the past several years. When the rates were established, it basically only covered what we directly pay to West Dundee, the utility equipment, and one other item. All the indirect costs have never been covered by the fees that we charge. Part of the problem, or the main problem, is that we have such a small customer base that in order for us to break even, it would cost, we would have to raise it like $26. And at this point, I'm just saying, if we could just do a $5 increase to the demand fee, just to kind of help a little bit. One of the big items that we ended up picking up that we'll have for the next several years is about $21,000 a year to West Dundee for their forward improvements that they have to forward on to the Fox River Valley.
Forward.
Yeah, so, you know, West Dundee wised up and said, why are we paying all of this? Let's shift it on to other people. And so, you know, it came out that, you know, we have to pay about $29,000 a year. And that was never accounted for. The sewer system, the utility is not broke. However, we can't continue to go down this path because eventually it will be. So, you know, requesting a rate increase of $5.
Eugene, is $5 gonna like?
No,
Is that
no, it's, we have to raise it $26 if we didn't break even.
It's currently $15.60.
Yeah.
And he's saying if we wanted it to break even, we'd be at $37. He's just suggesting we add $5 and bring it to 20. And then maybe next year think about bringing another 5 and then another 5.
And I was,
then slowly.
See, this is just me. I think that's just putting a Band-Aid on it, and we need money within the community.
This isn't money for the community. This is money for the sewer.
But
only.
that's what I'm saying, though, is we're gonna have to go back. Like $5 is not gonna cover it every year. We just keep going, you
if
know,
I
what
could interject, because I was gonna bring this up in my report later. I haven't had a chance to talk to Eugene about this, but Joe, who also used to be the water and sewage, we talked last week. There's still a handful of residents who are on sewer that have not switched over to the wastewater meter, but we have enough members who have that we can take a good reading from what their bills have been for the past few months. Currently, our sewer flat rate is 75. If the numbers are what I believe they were to be, we would probably raise it up to $100. I was gonna talk to Eugene and Wendy over the next 2 weeks to get all of those numbers, find out the average, and then come back with that as a possibility of raising it to 100, and then potentially each year after, if people aren't on the meters for the accurate readings. But that's, I mean, that in and of itself would still just be,
It's a drop in the bucket.
it's a drop in the bucket for helping it, but it's,
Yeah.
yeah, like $100 a month. That may make some difference. But I think what Kelly's saying of $5, it'd be hard to do much more than that right now, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
I really sympathize, I
Yeah.
absolutely hate raising rates on anything. But it just can't function. Perhaps if the water and sewer were combined, then the water could help the sewer fund. It wouldn't be as bad. But I believe that they maintain these as separate funds because at some point in the future, we could sell off, either the sewer or the water or both. They would go to that different entities, and if they were commingled, it would be very difficult to do that.
And considering the layout that we have, I mean, so many people are on the water system, some are on their own wells, some are on sewer, some are on septic. And yeah, right now it's difficult to combine the two. I agree with the $5 for now. And then we'll take a look at these other guys. I mean, it would just be a handful of residents, but then we can see where it takes us.
I'm also kind of the opinion is that our sewer system might be expanding. Because based on the age of the village, the septic tanks or septic systems are starting to fail. We just got another call of another failed system. They're nowhere near where they could ever hook on. But it's just the fact that these systems are gonna start failing and it's gonna be cheaper to go onto the system than to dig a whole new septic field and everything like that.
It's happening up in my cul-de-sac right now.
Yeah,
Only if they're gravity fed though.
but
Can't do the force main. That's why it's as expensive as it is because of all the components that it's not just you hook a pipe up to the sewer main. You have a tank, a holding tank, a pump, floats, an electric panel box. So it's and the pumps are $2,600 a piece. So that's part of the infrastructure is getting old. It's 50,
Well, that was
45 years old now.
I went in the early eighties,
Yeah, that'd be.
79, 80 went in. So it's just now 40, 45 years old. I mean, also part of it, that original agreement handcuffed us because we are responsible for that equipment, not the homeowner. So every time, a pump or grinder goes on in somebody's house, that's $2,600 from us. So that was, who wants to go knock on 118 doors and
I'll do it.
tell them where we're. George was talking about it, but
Yeah.
he split. Well, I don't think anybody else has the gumption to go out there and do that for 118 connections. Slow steps, small increments. So we need a motion on that.
yeah, I believe that we would need a motion.
Okay,
To
raise the sewer demand fee from 1560 to 2060.
Effective when?
May 1st.
Moved by Bo,
move by vote.
Second.
seconded by Thorne. To authorize the raising of the sewer demand fee from 1560 to 2060, effective 1st of May, 2024. Any further comments, questions, or discussion? Being none, roll call please.
Trustee Thomas,
I,
trustee McGuire,
No.
trustee Harney.
Aye.
Trustee Diatley.
Aye.
Trustee Bo,
Aye.
trustee Thorne.
Aye.
5 affirmatives, 1 negative, motion so carries. Go on.
The only 2 changes on the fee schedule have both been handled. We're to the 5-year cap and the budget. There was that error that I had in the Excel spreadsheet for the 5-year cap that had been corrected, and I had sent that out to everybody. But it didn't affect the next year's budget. It was 2 subsequent years. So we're looking at a 5-year cap for fiscal year 2025 in the amount of $648,056. Part of this is being handled by the DECO grant that we have gotten, and I just got official notification from it that we are approved. I sent an email out asking can we spend the money yet, and I have not gotten a response to that. One of the things that I was also kind of looking at is, with this Deco grant, we're to purchase a mini excavator and do the swale work ourselves with Jeff and Kyle's help. But I was also looking at the crane project, and so I also reached out to them to find out, could we modify the budget and use the Deco money for the crane project and then use corporate funds for the mini excavator? And the purpose behind that is it would greatly reduce the amount of paperwork we would have to do. Because the Deco loan is an ongoing thing until December of 2025, and we would have to be doing quarterly reports. And, you know, on the progress that we have made, and if we use it for the crane project, then it'll be done by hopefully the end of summer.
What did you say to use for the excavator and the swale stuff instead of the Deco? Is that
The crane, the sewer,
Right.
stormwater sewer.
But you said use some other source of funds for the
Corporate.
corporate funds. Okay.
Yeah. So it's basic, we're not spending any more money, it's just which pot we're taking it from. You know, it's
The
all,
main thing is.
it's all 5-year cap.
Yeah. That quarterly report.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah,
It's a
every
bear.
quarter for something that, 6 months or what?
Even though for 2
18
years.
2 years. Yeah, it gets to be time consuming for Eugene and for the office staff. And if they will allow us to make that switch and just take all 200K and put it to crane. We got 1 quarterly report, we're done. Maybe 2.
Now you
Yeah.
can change
I
that.
don't know, and we can get, use another 100,000 for the excavator that we've already talked about, so.
and you know, we still have money then for the swale work that, you know, to pay for Jeff to do the engineering for that. Because otherwise, what will have to happen is that, it then kind of puts a time pressure on Kyle to get the swale work done. It has to become a priority where, you know, he's gonna have to put other projects on hold with that done in order to satisfy the grant.
Can't replace any sewer pumps, Kyle, we have to do the swale work.
So some of the items that we're looking to replace with the, in this next fiscal year is, we're gonna do the, Starcom radios. That's a normal legal payment that we have every year for the next several years. 30,000 for body cams. We are hoping that we would be able to get a grant to replace that. 15,000 for the bike extension. Kyle wants a new 0-turn mower and a walk behind blower. We were gonna renew the entrances. Kyle, were you ever able to get better price?
No, but it's gonna be far more than 5,000.
And it's the same issue as with the roofing, siding and gutters for this building. Again, we don't have, you know, a good price on that. And then 25,000 for drainage. And then we had 100,000 from the Deco grant for swale and road work. And we were gonna use 240,000, so the idea behind it is to be able to complete the entire crane project in this next budget year rather than spreading it over multiple years. And then we would just short fiscal year 2026 on what we would normally fund is 120,000. And then we'd be purchasing the mini excavator. Something that had been mentioned in the past but is not on the 5-year cap plan is the plate reader. Do we have an idea on cost or when we would want to do that?
Well, we're still a couple of years away from being able to do it.
Okay.
And it's hard to estimate just because it's based on the number of cameras and things like that. Safely, 2,500 a camera is what I would guess if we were to do it. And I'd said before, just looking at the village, we might be able to do 10 cameras and cover most of the village.
So 25, 30K.
somewhere in that area. Yeah.
I mean, this is a, you know, lot, it just give us an idea going forward
Yeah.
that we need to be thinking.
I would think that'd be the same number, and I'm gonna try and get a little bit better number tomorrow.
Okay.
So, and I can send you. an email on that.
5-year cap, it's just dream
Sure.
for wishes. I just want to be sure we got our dreams on it.
And on the far end of the capital improvement is, you know, possibly new laptops, because by that time, you know, your current laptops are gonna be obsolete. So. Any questions?
Yes. So I just want to make sure I'm understanding it all. The DECO grant, that was, we have 200,000 from that, which originally we were talking about with the excavator and the swale work. But what we're discussing now is do that whole 200 for the crane work. We would use corporate funds for the excavator and swale, and then the 240 from the non-MFT, that's also going to go to the crane work, so we can do that whole project as a whole.
Project.
Oh, great,
Whole
okay,
wall
so what you're
events.
doing. And then, and ideally, it will be done this year, next year?
This year.
Okay, and then we would not have to, we wouldn't be doing anything 2025.
Right.
Okay.
So, and it's not unprecedented for us to take a year off. It's that when Sleepy Hollow Road was done, we didn't do as many projects to save the funds for that project. And then we were actually the subsequent year, we were able to do more because we didn't use as much funds as we thought we had needed. And so, again, it was, we're not getting as much money from MFT as we had been in the past. It's down. But you know, to get crane done would be a huge
I
win.
just drove it today.
Yeah, it would be a huge win.
I know you do.
And the thing is that the money, the DECO money is designated specifically for drainage.
Okay, which is very much crane.
Yes.
Yeah. Will it,
Yes.
will it be really difficult to get them to switch it or permit it, do you know?
That's why I sent them the email. I
So we
haven't
just don't
heard
know
back.
yet.
We don't.
Okay,
Yes, you know, if it's gonna be too much of a hassle, then we'll just go as it is.
Yeah.
But if we can switch it,
sounds like a
switch
good
the
offer.
budget, it'd be a big win.
Sounds good to me. Thanks. No more questions.
No more questions? That was it?
Not yet.
Not yet. Well, this
Give me
is your
time.
chance, because once you say yay or nay on it, you know, this is where we go forward for the next year.
All right.
Do you want to split the vote between the 5-year cap and the rest of the budget, or just do it all at once?
Can I ask one more question? So one more question about just secretary. So we had, and I don't know, I haven't been here in a while during the day, but Joanne Gressmer, is she not with us anymore?
She's a
Snowbird.
part-time snowbird.
Okay,
Yeah, she disappeared sometime in late October, early November. won't be
And
back,
that's
so.
kind of the problem, is that, you know, she was a help when she was available, but she's not always available.
okay. I was wondering what happened with that. Okay.
Yeah, so it's whenever I would need her, I would, you know, give her a call in advance. But there have been plenty of times when I actually did need her, and, you know, she was not available. It was like, we had the legislative breakfast, and we would have had to close the office if it hadn't have been that Sharon had to take time off earlier in the week. So she switched her hours and was able to cover for the breakfast. And, you know, I'm getting older, and I can't,
Yeah,
you know, my health isn't perfect, but, I do my best to be here, but, you know, it's nice to have an extra person here just in case.
And Joanne really wasn't familiar with what we did on our side.
Right.
If she had to help out for the police paperwork, whether it's transferring stuff from village hall side to the police side, so.
We lost a full-time receptionist 10, 12 years ago, 14 years ago. And never replaced him. So, it's been a little tight out there. Real close, this would help spread some of that burden around, like a load. And it's part-time, what?
25 hours a week,
25 hours a week, the rate is $20 an hour. The individual you think you've already got, in mind is familiar with municipal government and the rules and regulations of ordinance and statutes. It also has some familiarity with our MSI software.
That was the same software that we used in South Barrington, so he worked with that.
It sounds like, you know, we authorize this position, we've got somebody to fill it that will be a very big help to this organization moving forward, so.
We just gotta get him to take the job.
Oh, well, we already got that done.
It's like with that.
Okay, any other questions or comments on the 2025, this is the 2025 budget?
Yep.
For the 5-year cap plan? Oh,
One of the other things in here is, I've put into the budget is to discharge the debt from National Wireless. That was predated my time, but there was supposed to possibly be a cell tower in the village, and it generated a lot of bills that never got paid. And, Mr. Schuster has looked, and we can't find the company to go after them. So we've been carrying, you know, $18,000 in receivables on our books for years now, and you know, I want the books to accurately reflect, you know, what we do have coming. And so this would allow us to discharge that debt and get our books together. What else?
any questions on the fees? Fees, okay. I think we got most of it.
Yeah, I think also included in this budget is for Kyle to replace 5 fire hydrants. Did you want to talk about that, Kyle?
Up at the Battle Club, there's, fire hydrants that were put in were 2 different types, Watrous and Eddy. And I wanted to start phasing out the Eddy fire hydrants. They've kind of ended at their end of life cycle. But ultimately, because of the way that those are, it's every time you pull on the wrench, it's opening it up. And like a Watrous, you have to go around it a couple times for it to open up more. So it causes, when the fire department tests the hydrants, it causes water main breaks and water hammer and all of that. And then a lot of them don't work anymore. You can't even open them. So my plan is to schedule those out to be replaced until those are all up to date. It's not all the fire hydrants up in Saddle Club, it's just the Eddies. I'd like to have the same brand of fire hydrants throughout the town. That way everyone knows what we have, how to use them, how to operate them, how to work on them. Been wanting to do this for a long time. And right now, unfortunately, fire hydrants are extremely expensive. They're about $5,000 a piece without installation, so.
What's the new type? You said Eddy versus what?
Watchers.
Watchers?
Yeah. And most of the, I'd say 95% of fire hydrants in town are watchers.
And that's in the 5-year cap for.
This is a regular
budget.
budget, yeah.
And the fire department will not argue with you. I know that.
I'd like for them to split the bill with us.
I wish they would, but yeah, at least though, what our work and your work on the water side has helped them in their ratings.
Yeah.
And they've got one of the highest ratings for a fire department in the region, which helps lower our homeowners insurance. So, you know, 5 fire hydrants here, 5 fire hydrants there. Keep the fire department happy, keep that rating up, keep the insurance, you know, premiums to us down. So, okay, we got that. Anything else concerning the budget?
This also will allow us to transfer over, I believe it's 200,000 to the 5-year cap at the end of the year.
Other comments, questions, discussion, roll call, please.
Read a motion.
No motion.
Oh, yeah.
I'll move to accept Eugene's proposed changes to the 2025 budget approval.
Second.
Moved by Bowles, seconded by Thorne to approve the 2025 fiscal year budget as presented with the changes discussed. Now,
Now I can do it. Trustee McGuire,
Aye.
trustee Bo,
I,
trustee Thorne,
Aye.
trustee Diatley,
Aye.
trustee Thomas,
Aye.
trustee Harney.
Aye. 6 affirmative votes, no negative votes, the motion so carries. We've got a budget. That's got to be the record. March 4th and we're ready to go. Yes, thank
Next
you.
up will be the appropriations. I did have a conversation with Mr. Patel from Lucky Seven.
Lucky lady.
Lucky lady. He was hoping to open mid-March. So he inquired about the video permit type things, and he had already paid for it. So he's good to go. And I was looking at the figures, and we haven't received any video gaming since May of last year because of LC's being closed. And so that was been a big hit to our budget, but we're still doing good without that extra income. And if we get the liquor store open as well as Lucky Lady, we're gonna have double the number of machines, so hopefully the increased income.
Yeah. Any idea when Mr. Patel opening?
He has not.
sometime with it?
No, he is not.
Signs all the way up.
Signs there.
Coming soon.
Okay.
What it says.
Good.
Yeah.
Sooner the better.
Barb, do you have any insight on that?
No, I'm still waiting for them to call for their reinspection on their final, that they had several items that needed to be done. And as far as the gaming area, they are not going to be including that initially. They'll be taking out a separate permit for that area of the building. That's at the liquor store, not at Lady Luck 3.
All right, anything else?
Just want to give you an update on the website. I am making progress, slow, but progress. I was able to get the email addresses from the old website, and I sent out the email today telling everybody that they have to subscribe to the new email. I still have to figure out how to get them from the new email. So it's been a learning curve, and I want to thank Maureen for helping me out and trying to track down the bad links and stuff like that. And as I get time, I'm updating it. So that's all I got.
Okay, thank you, Eugene. Okay, comments from the public. Mr. Rath.
Yes, thank you. I just wanted to follow up, last time I was here regarding our dinner auction, April 27th, Saturday, from 6 to 11 at the Reddy's. Everything's set now. It's gonna be $100 a person. Proceeds go to the service club towards fireworks and other activities we have in the village. I do want to thank Kelly and Jennifer for doing the auction part of this. So got any auction items you want to donate to help raise money for this, we appreciate it. Again, it's from 6 to 11. Our biggest problem we have is communication of this event. Now, I know the newsletter is going to be posted online soon.
It is, it's already posted.
It's posted.
Yes.
Okay. And I know we asked you to do the water bill, so that's going to go out on the water bill here to sign.
Notified Wendy.
Okay, appreciate that. But also if we could have people, I'm asking if we could have people drop off checks here to the village hall, if that'd be acceptable as well. Okay, great.
Or
So,
if they put it in the red box.
The fire department, their sign.
yeah, we can check that.
Communication.
Pardon me?
For communication with the fire.
Yeah, communication. Right. Okay, and then I'd asked before regarding the newsletter and mailing that out. So I just want to know offhand, how much does that cost to mail that newsletter?
$1,800.
Yeah.
1,500. So I know we do the 4th of July one, so the other 3 we don't. So So all I'm asking is maybe, it's probably too late for your budget now, but hopefully your lucky lady can get a little extra cash. And, subsidize
Go
that.
pay your lucky number.
But anyway, no, seriously, we just gotta do better on improving the communication here and getting the word out, what's going on in the village. So I appreciate that. So again, please, support us. The venue holds 200, so there's 20 tables at 10. We'd like to fill that up. So get your friends, sign up, get a table, and we're gonna have a good time. So thank you very much.
Now I'm doing the table assignments.
Thank you, Greg.
Great.
Okay. Oh, brings us back to the published agenda, the trustee reports, Rose Parks, Mr. Barnes.
Just to clear up a couple of questions I've heard out there, the 2-year plus
We didn't know.
road program to replace street signs is 98% complete, what, with more to go or something?
One more, is that, that's it, it's the last one for street.
And then they'll
Yeah.
complete that program. And the speed humps, when are they going in? Tax day, right after tax day.
Yep. That's when the plows come out.
Okay, that's all I have to report.
All right, thank you, Ed. Finance, Mr. Thorne.
Nothing to report.
Okay, thank you, Mark. Water and sewer, Ms. Bowles.
Nothing to report based on what I just talked about with Eugene here earlier, so we'll get those numbers together for the next meeting.
All right, thank you. Police and public safety, Mr. Diatley.
I don't have anything. Chief, you have anything you need to add?
No, I had put in my memo to the board about, I guess that's a yes then. About, wanting to pre-order the squad car prior to May 1st. If I wait till May 1st, we won't have it till November, maybe. If I order it now, I could probably get it here in June-ish. So I'll be coming to the board formally and asking for.
You want to put that on the agenda for the 18th?
Yes, please.
Clerk? 18th time,
I was making notes, I'm sorry.
squad car.
Squad,
Yeah, squad car for the 18th.
The pre-authorization, order it, that's all. That's it?
That's it.
All for me. Yep.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Chief. Buildings and environment, Ms. McGuire.
Nothing for me.
Thank you, Jennifer. Building and zoning, Ms. Thomas.
Nothing for me, but I wanted to add to Greg's comment. Thank he and John for working with Jennifer and I and we're already getting donations, some good ones, and for the auction and for raffles. And I'm having signs done, so to get people to sign up. And I will be doing the table assignments, so if you send in your form with the folks that you want to sit with, I'll be putting everybody.
I have a room in my house for donations too, so if you don't want to, people want to drop them off, I got an entire room closed off.
What kind of auction items are you looking at? Tabletop auction items or larger items?
Anything and
I mean, yeah,
everything.
your vacation home for a week.
Yeah.
Your airplane.
Sue's up.
Oh,
There's people that are donating some larger.
Yeah,
Okay,
Items like, so
I got Cub tickets I'm donating, so.
okay.
I'm gonna do a TV. So people are starting to give us some really nice baskets and stuff like that, so I'm hoping that we see everybody here, you know, at this event, and because we do want to continue it year after year, and I think it'd be a good showing for the residents if we could get our board members, you know, there, and, I won't think Kyle and Jeff and everybody, I mean, it would just be nice, Chief, you know, if you wanna come, you know, it'd be really a good turnout. I know that we can't all sit together, but that's why I'm doing the table assignments, because I will separate everybody. So there's no assigned seating. Just so you know.
Okay.
Maybe in the back corner.
Okay. Anything else, Kelly? That's it?
No, that's
All
it.
right, thank you, Kelly. Old business, any old business come before the board? New business come before the board.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Moved and seconded to adjourn. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, we are adjourned. Mrs. Detmer, are you still there?
Yes, sir.
You need to touch base with Mr. Schuster tomorrow morning regarding the description.
Okay,
You know,
very good. What's a good time, Mr. Schuster?
what's up?
In the morning.
What time did he say?
Anytime after 8.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Everybody have a good evening.
Thank you, likewise.
Yeah.